Hello, everybody, and welcome to MLG TV. We've got a fantastic replay for you here. Of course, the ace match out of MLG Raleigh pool play, Pool C to be exact, and it's between, you're looking at them, Liquid TLO versus none other than Startail's Trickster. Of course, a Korean coming all the way over to go ahead and match up versus very fine players here at MLG. I'm Tumba. Co-casting with me will be Darkenedlight.
That's our Tumba, and as you said, this will be a ace match here. I really look forward to seeing how this one plays out. We saw some nukes out of TLO last game. Wouldn't put it past him to continue that trend, and I hope so, to say the least. He may not, but I want it to happen, and that is what matters, I think.
Well, you know, I'm really interested most in watching Trickster and how he opens. Of course, loving to stay on that, like, the gateway unit composition for so very long before adding any tier 3. They are close by air here, so we're going to have to see if TLO takes advantage of that and exactly where Trickster goes.
That is why this matchup is so interesting. These are probably the two most creative players at MLG Raleigh this time around, so it's been an interesting matchup so far. A lot of one-base play out of both players. We'll have to see what choice they make in this game. Again, could be some more of that blink stalker play. As you said, close air, they can blink into that main pretty easily as a result of that, but probably not going to be as a common occurrence as it was on Shattered Temple.
Yeah, and you can see right now just trying to get that probe harass off as much as possible. Always great if you can go ahead and actually get the probe harass off on the SCV that's building something. And if you can actually, in the lower leagues, get the snipe off on that SCV, it's really frustrating for Terran players.
It sure is, yeah. Don't see that too often, though, in the high-up pro-level stuff. It used to happen a lot in beta, actually, but they've got it figured out now when you have to pull that SCV to force that probe away, and TLO has done just that. In the meantime, looks like Trickster will be getting one gas, getting that gateway down, and actually getting a pylon close to his ramp. Will be interesting to see why he did make that choice there. In the meantime, TLO playing it pretty standard, getting more supply depots, getting that racks down, getting a few Marines on the field. Does have one gas, so I would not be surprised at all to see some more factory play out of him. Yeah,
you know, I have to take a minute to mention, though, Darken, it seems like it was just yesterday we were casting MLG replays, recently finishing those up and
from Anaheim.
the Anaheim replays, and here we are already on to Raleigh, and of course, we will be at Orlando. So
yeah, we really look forward to it. MLG events, they look so amazing. I hope to go to my first one soon here, and I think we have a lot of fun.
Yeah, Orlando's going to be a blast. Team Tumba House, come check it out. If you are going to Orlando, we will be representing Hardcore, Stim TV, of course. Lots of fun to be had, and some great StarCraft to be played. But getting back to this game for a second,
look at this out of TLO. He's getting a factor down behind that, as he has been in all the games we've seen so far, but he's pulled his units off gas, so he's just going to be sticking straight up Hellion. No planned tech follow-up after that anytime soon.
So I feel like this has been a bit, and as you can see, actually, just for the time being, he is now going to go ahead and add harvesters back to gas.
He's just trying to get this quick expand off, as we're seeing now, dropping that command center down. Just wanted to get that as fast as possible. Finally going for a super early expand build. Nothing of the sort out of Trickster just yet. Actually looking to possibly push in here with a couple of Zealots and Stalkers here. Will be taken out, though, possibly. Nice micro out of TLO. Should be able to force this back with those Marines and that Hellion that has just popped out. Should be in pretty good shape. That Stalker microing back against those Marines to the best of his ability, but with this Hellion support, he should have more than enough to force that away.
You can see two more gateways coming down now for Trickster.
Yeah, interesting Sim City out of Trickster. Just making it a nice small little wall off to deal with those Hellions. With those two additional gateways, gonna again be sticking to a one-base build, getting two more gates down. Could be an expand behind this. Looks like it very well could be. Will be dropping that pylon down, so yes, will be a pretty standard 3-gate expand out of him. But look at that, TLO gets the snipe off on that Stalker before it is taken out by the other Stalker of Trickster. Does not actually get taken out. Fantastic control out of TLO. He can make so much happen with so few units, actually. You don't see a Hellion taking out a Stalker too often.
Not too often at all, and you can see right now a little 3-gate expand here out of Trickster. I like it. It's a solid choice on this map, I feel, and he needs to be very careful with his Stalkers, though, as they're really the only units on the field currently. Back at home, he's got one other Stalker, but he's going to see these Hellions with plenty of time to react, I hope.
This Hellion's looking to move out now. Looks like they will be get a few pot shots off with those stalkers, as you said, but you can get past those with ease. As you said, though, he should be able to get the weapons needed to deal with that. That's Nexus is not under threat from those Hellions at all, and he will not be doing any kind of serious damage with these.
No, but they will be great scouting information. It will allow him to know that he has taken an expansion as they do get by. And perfect SimCity there, denying those Hellions any kind of access into the main.
Very smart Trickster.
Yeah, great job by Trickster. You know, I have to, being that I am a Protoss, I'm as non-biased as possible. Of course, I'm just a fan of esports and StarCraft in general, but I love to see these Korean Protoss representing at MLG. Of course, MC Idra, one of the greatest matches. Slayer's Alicia, a little bit lackluster.
Yeah, we actually casted his games.
Yeah,
Todd,
Millennium Todd, not taking anything away from Todd, though.
Didn't too well. Looks like a few of these stalkers are looking to push him, but will be forced back when he sees those two bunkers. Cannot hope to fight into that. But he may have gotten the spot off on those ghosts. Once again, TLO going for the very early ghosts.
Look at this. Proxy pylon down by Trickster. Great position for it. But this Hellion may... Actually, he's not going to go up the ramp, so he will not see that pylon, I don't believe, unless he checks it here shortly. So, kind of interesting, again, out of Trickster. He's going to get the Observer out. We're at 8 minutes in. He's on 2 base. Where he goes from here, anybody's guess.
Yeah, he's playing a bit more standard. He's going to be getting that Robo-Dem. Probably going to be following that up with some Colossus tech. But again, you never know with Trickster. He may just be getting that Robo facility out to get those critical observers so you can get the scouting off on your opponent's base, which would be quite important because we're seeing a pretty unconventional build out of TLO. Imagine that, getting some super early ghosts, possibly looking to get some early timing off with some nice EMPs, maybe even
I have to say, and the Observer is going to make it over to the base. You know, a lot of people said when Tiger Woods was dominating the PGA Tour, you know, a lot of people were saying, well, you can't play Tiger's game. You know, you can't go ahead and play Tiger's game. You got to play your own game. And of course, that's not true. If you wanted to beat Tiger Woods, you couldn't play your own game because he was beating everybody. You had to play Tiger's game. And why I say this, I think against Koreans are. What TLO's doing is he's not playing standard. He's going ahead. He's going to beat him with any advantage he can take, and that's by not being so conventional. And I think you give somebody like TLO, who's got that creativity and that control, that kind of advantage, and can hit a Korean with something maybe he hasn't seen or he's not used to. That's the kind of foreigner play we need to see.
Yeah, this is actually, these ghosts I do not think have been scouted yet by Trickster. He missed them with that Observer. He has not seen the Ghost Academy either. And if you can get this attack off without Trickster knowing these ghosts are in the army, this could do quite a bit of damage. The army may even be caught out of position as it tries to take out that factory. And here comes the forces of TLO moving in here, getting possibly an EMP up pretty soon. All those sentries do get EMP. Critical hit there by TLO. None of them will be force fielding, only getting one force field off. Momentarily pushing the forces of TLO back, but he will take down that gateway with the vision that Medevac provides.
Yeah, I can't believe I'm going to say this about a Korean player, but I feel like Trickster's macro isn't all there as,
yeah,
you know...
700 minerals banked. Really, a little bit too much.
Macro's slipping a little bit here, and really, I would have loved to have seen double forge, double upgrade here.
And look at this. We do have a nuke almost done researching. A lot of this army is clumped up. He may be trying to nuke the base and get the production of Trickster. Pretty soon we'll have to see that nuke is now finished. Colossus are trying to get out now, getting that Robo Bay down. Temporarily, TLO will retreat as he reinforces with the remainder of his army, but it looks like he will get his timing off before the Colossus hit, and that is critical right now.
Yeah, and here he goes. He's going to move in. We've got Medevacs. We have a nuke getting called down here. Bit of a positional nuke in the corner as he is going to go ahead and engage. He's going to try to go ahead and makes the march into the main now. Big stiff going down.
That big nuke forcing that army from not engaging it, and he will not be able to stop that with force fields. The whole army in the main, cleaning up all the forces there and doing a lot of damage to those gateways if he takes care of this production. The whole force of Trickster trapped behind his own force fields. He cannot get in to deal with all of these Marauders and Marines, and it's looking fantastic right now for TLO.
Absolutely. TLO right now, the DPS of this Marauder Marine unit just doing work so very well up in the main of Trickster. Trickster in a lot of trouble right now. Foreigners representing, as you can see, just doing so much damage at this point. TLO in a commanding lead.
TLO, such good control. A nice move there, sneaking into the main with that positional nuke. You don't see that too often. We see it's working out for him. All the gateways are empowered. Only one still alive. That Cybercore will go down as well. And Trickster, it looks like it will be the end for him. He actually does have a few gateways in the back. He'll only be able to make Zealots with those. Gonna make one last-ditch effort here. Nice EMP, trying to pull all of his probes to deal with this, but it's just not enough. All of his units are falling, and it looks like it will be the end here for Trickster. He may clean this up, but in the end, the Harvester count is showing the tail here, 50 to 32. A lot of these probes losing critical mining time.
This is ridiculous. I feel like Trickster just got manhandled here. TLO had him from the start. I don't know if Trickster maybe underestimated TLO, but I guarantee one thing, he won't do that in the future, as Liquid TLO just representing so hard right now. I mean,
in the meantime, he will be double expanding behind this because he can. Again, the Harvester count, so much of a disparity right now, as well as all that lost mining time.
Well, Trickster's trying to figure out what happened, I think, at this point. Yeah,
he's trying to get his cyber core down, trying to reestablish some kind of infrastructure, but it's just too little, too late at this point.
It's over. It's 59 supply to 100. I'd like to try to make this one interesting, but really, you know, TLO's got it from here, I feel like. It's a fall out of your chair situation, as I like to say. TLO could literally fall out of his chair and still win this.
Absolutely. I tried to get a force field off on this Marauder force, but it will be able to micro away from those Zealots. Regardless, no charge on those Zealots will be taken out very quickly by those Marauders as they move into the main now, taking down those gates. And again, it's looking like it's about over here for Trickster. He may be able to defend this if he pulls probes, but just the reinforcements constantly coming in from TLO will be enough to secure him this game.
Absolutely, you can see, forget pylons, I'm just going to go for the warp pins, take out the entire unit. As you can see right now, there's free reign in the main of Trickster. Trickster just does not want to leave this game. Obviously, a lot of heart, a lot of pride in his game, but man, Foreigner's representing right now. Liquid
Trickster's
TLO.
in shock right now. He doesn't know what to do as his whole army is taken out, losing all of his infrastructure. I bet he did not expect to lose at all here. TLO has not been doing amazing in the past few events. He's been struggling with his injury and the lack of practice as a result of that. But we see he's taken down the top Korean 2-1 here. We'll be expecting a GG any second now.
Who doesn't love TLO is the question. Another great Liquid player, of course. Everyone on the Foreigner scene, you have to root for my man as he goes ahead and starts to burn down this Nexus. And as you can see right now, Trickster really in at this point just to show the heart that he's got. As he is able to get some gateways up, but I think he knows as well as everybody else that this is quite over.
Yeah, TLO just sitting here with these two bases, doesn't even need those. The base locations mining, it doesn't matter. His opponent stuck to one base, seriously oversaturated there. A few medevacs just flying around in the main just because they can. Moving in now with the forces of the Marauders. No force really left for Trickster, going to lose that Zealot and those sentries. Trying to make a nice move with those force fields, but again, just not enough. And this is going to be the end for Trickster. Should be a GG. There it is. And he will be taking this game, dropping a few Manor Mules. He hasn't actually left the game yet, just chilling out. I bet he is so happy right now as he takes this game. And yeah, just such impressive play by TLO. I can understand why he'd be ecstatic when I hang out and revel in his victory for a little while.
Who loves you, TLO? Look at that, Liquid TLO. Foreigner for the win. I gotta get excited, man, just because Foreigner taking out a Korean. We saw it again. We got to cast the games from, actually from Anaheim. We made mention of Millennium Todd versus Slayer's Alicia, and here we get to see Liquid TLO. It's great to see TLO take this game simply because he has overcome, as you said, that injury. And I am a little perplexed here as, you know, we are casting off replays. We have not seen this game before, and the GG already occurred, yet if I take a look at the replay bar really quickly, there's a good 2 minutes left, so it looks like
just chilling out again. He must be so happy. He probably forgot where the leave game button was. Just so happy right now.
I would be too.
He's been looking for this victory for so long, and he got it.
Who could blame him? Who could blame him? Do you want to leave game? No, I don't want to leave the game. I want to use one Marauder to kill everything, so I can just revel in this victory.
At the time of this victory, he was probably dancing around the venue, left his computer. He was just so happy.
I'll tell you what, I would have too, and I have to say I'm a bit of a Foreigner fanboy. I love my Koreans too, don't get me wrong. OGSMC, nothing but love. Of course, Ness T and Losira, nothing but love. But man, I got to get overly excited when my Foreigners represent. So, great win. Great series. So exciting. So many things happen. I mean, we could literally, I think, recast these games 3 or 4 times, and you get a completely different cast of everything that's happened out of these games.
There's so much happening, stuttering a little bit in those games. Just could not keep up with all the action. and as a result, we're seeing what happened here. TLO took it. Getting, I really have to say, in this particular game, the big marquee moment, if you will, was the nuke positioning that so he could sneak into the main and take out the production. Force the whole of Trickster's army to stay down with that force field actually working against him there. Really smart play out of TLO.
Brilliant play, and I feel like Trickster never really got on his horse. Needs to get on that horse earlier and get to action. You know, time for some action. You can't really. I know you've got great control and everything, and you know you can really make those gateway units work to the best of their ability to be cost efficient. But TLO earning some respect here, I think, on the Korean scene. But you know, it's been a pleasure casting this series with you, Dark. And I have to shout out real quick a big thank you to our camera driver, Newbie McNoob. He's been your OBS. He's one of the best OBS in the business. He's been the OBS for all 3 games. Thank you so much to Newbie. I hope everybody's enjoyed it. And Darken, man, it was a pleasure.
Yeah, it was. TLO finally stumbling back into his chair will leave this game. That'll wrap it up for us. Really enjoyed this series. Hope to be casting a few more in the future.
Absolutely, yep. And we'll see you guys when we see you.
Yes, indeed.